you have the knock-up. When you have the knock-up, then you can use it against the Hurricane Dance.
Exactly, right?
So it puts both teams here, you know, to just think about their executions properly. If they don't, there is a hard counter that's going to stop them from doing what they plan.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, considering we got to take the pros and cons from both of these team compositions. I would say Burmese Ghoul, very team fight oriented composition. I mean, you have a Veil. If he gets like an amazing ult, that's pretty much game over for the large part of it, unless the Akai doesn't get sucked in as well. However, for the side of Unique Devo, they've got a really interesting siege composition where they want to create that space. They want to harass you under the tower. They want to start pushing you out of the jungle.
Now, we head on to the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be game number 2. Burmese Ghouls, 1 game away from taking this series against Unique Devo. Unique Devo right now, they are trying to take this to a game number 3. They want us to go the distance. And they do not want to give a series with a 2-0 that easily, because this is the group stages, and the group stages require you to bring your A game so that you can get the upper bracket slot.
Absolutely. So it looks like RubyDD has been sent down in towards that offlane against the Cho. Not too bad overall. Cho's not going to have the greatest of times until he hits level 4, and then he has some kill pressure. They also send D up inside offlane. That's fine. And maybe as well as Ace down. Oh, wait, no. They are going to send maybe as roaming around while they have both Veil as well as Ace just keeping track of that mid lane.
Sunset Lover here, not holding back on that aggression. He just wanted to get the minion. Now, maybe here, using the ejector to force everyone out of his, you know, circle. No one wants to get ejected to the top turret.
And nobody wants to get... It's always a feel-bad situation here. But, you know, so far the game has been pretty okay. And immediately, once one shot hits that level 4, using that Mountain Shocker to get information on where the rest of the team is. And, oh boy, maybe getting pushed down to lethal damage, but he still is going to be alive. This is a more tame game than what we saw in number 1.
And actually, onto the bottom lane, this is, for me, I would coin this as the movement battle, because the Cho and the Harriet has a lot of dashes. So that means the dashes that you make right now could be the one that's going to punish you in the future.
Oh man,
that sounded like a proverb.
Absolutely, it really did. More so than I was expecting, because honestly, it comes down to that execution and mechanical prowess here. As defender, oh boy, he is low, and Lil, he's in trouble as D getting some pretty good damage on him. He still has an ult still available. That Blaze Rush is not going to be enough. As Sabo going to be sieging them over. Can he find that pick? No, he cannot. But Kid is able to stop that feathered airstrike just in time. Maybe the only person to go down there. Sunset Lover, Way of the Dragon on top of RubyDD, but not enough damage just yet, even with a high dry.
And the turtle goes to the side here of Burmese Ghouls, and Ace having a field day. He is not contested in any way. Just looking at Unique Devo earlier, they really wanted that to secure that turtle for themselves as well. But you know what? One of the factors that you really have to look at there is their HP bars. Their HP bars is at 20%, 30%, and you wouldn't really want to dive against Lancelot at that, you know, at that health level.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's for sure. And now maybe he gets caught out, but unfortunately Veil is able to try and counter it on top of him, gets ejected and dies at the same time. Maybe goes down as well. That's going to be 1 for 1, one shot. He does not want to get into this battle against RubyDD, especially without items, but Kid now in trouble as defender looking to clean this up. Oh no! He misses that last auto, and that is going to be a kill opportunity absolutely missed.
And good try there from defender, just being that aggressive Benedetta, trying to get the kill on the Veil. Kid there missing the knock up. If he, you know, landed that in a way, that could have been the greatest punish for a defender.
It would have been huge, absolutely huge. But I think, honestly, Kid did a pretty good job being able to react to that, having to use... I mean, he did have to blow his flicker at that point in time, which is a little unfortunate, a bit of waste of resources, but it is absolutely necessary as long as you are not giving those kills and free gold over. But once again, the team fight has started once more. Ace coming in with ult as well, able to pick up one. Sawo can't seem to get rid of Kid, who survives with a single sliver of HP.
And defender here going in, trying to go for Ace. Ace here is the primary target for defender, and that is going to be Lancelot going down. But for the trade with the Farsa, defender still wants more. It's up against the Lapu Lapu, and he will bow out from that.
Yeah, he will bow out, but the execute has been used. Sunset Lover, again, he is getting harassed, and whoa, my goodness, Ruby DD trying to make it work, but he totally forgot that he had the Purify, is able to get out of that way of the dragon. Almost frame, pixel perfect there. Sunset Lover getting outplayed there.
And the Zaman Force is just one of those skills where when it drops, you need to take down the Harriet, or you need to force out the Harriet out of that certain area. If you don't, it's either you go down or your turret goes down.
Absolutely, and I think he was trying to buy as much time as possible under the turret to get that free damage to even out the life totals as well. So really great attempt coming in from Sunset Lover, but unfortunately, he would have gone out either way with the help of maybe coming in from the backside. But looking at the rest of the plays, it looks like Turtle is back up, and again, both of these teams, we saw this in game 1. Oh, Kid put down a 1 HP, and now maybe is going to go down as well if he doesn't, but Kid comes back and makes sure he drops his ultimate to save that situation, netting them 2 kills in the process.
That was the perfect hurricane dance coming out from Lil. He caught 2 people, but the problem was Vale was in the area.
It hurts to admit it, but that's totally right. I mean, what can you do in these situations, especially had Kid just taken the recall, it would have been a completely different situation.
Now, this is the question, Gideon. You had your moment of brilliance right there at that point, only to get stopped by 1 knockoff.
Yeah.
He got Ace, and it's really hard to catch that, or that's not with the Hurricane Dance.
And he's about to do it again, maybe finally going down. Lil trading 1 for 1. Considering that they are losing a turret in a situation like that, not the worst, but Lil his efforts are going to go in vain with Sunset Lover also falling over to the side of Burmese Ghouls. It's not looking good coming in from this offlane side. Cho is getting absolutely punished.
Yeah, you have to minimize the casualties, you have to minimize the losses. But right now, that was maximum loss for them. They lost the Akai, they lost the turret.
Yeah, and they also lost purple buff in the process, and they. It's tough. Burmese Ghouls have full control over the bottom side of the map, and Unique just have to give it up every single time.
And right now for Burmese Ghouls, I'm seeing them, just take control over this top lane for sure, because the turtle is there, it's gonna spawn there, and at the same time, there is still a tier 1 turret on that side.
Yeah, I mean, fail once again, finding another kill for himself there. Lil walking up, but again, he's got to be careful here. He can't die to maybe, but the rest of the team, especially with Ace so close by, he can make this happen. He gets a pretty good throw rush, and he goes in with a lethal execution as well to secure it, to secure the kill. Ooh, 1 shot. Doesn't go down. Mountain Shocker is going to be popped as D has been fighting Sunset Lover on the side this whole time. Rest of Burmese Ghouls rotating up to maybe catch Defender, but he is able to get out with the recall.
And you usually don't see assassins go for the tank, but at that point on, the damage output from Ace was just way too much. He knew that he had it in him, went for the Phantom Execution, Puncture, and the Thorn Rose, and it was all that he needed.
Yeah, and he's going to try and do it again. Once again, Defender coming in with Final Blow. Doesn't exactly connect too often. However, this is looking big. D with a big attack coming in with the ult as well. Gets quite a lot, but not enough to secure those kills. Harith as well jumps in pretty deep. BDD coming to clear it up with the help and a big flicker from the D himself. Sunset Lover on the run.
Did he catch 3 people with 1 synchro vision? I think that was it.
He did. He caught 3 people, and then he was able to chunk out the 4th. All with a single health bar. He had a sliver of health.
And you know what? The frames here coming out, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of Burmese Ghouls. They're using everything at maximum range. Did you see that Veil ultimate? It punished Sunset Lover at the very edge. It took him up, and the ultimate was dropped, and he got popped very bad there. And that, let's look at the instant replay.
Yeah, so this is right after the fight. I mean, it just caught him right at the edge.
Yes.
Benedetta, man, I'm pretty sure she already her eye for an eye was on cooldown, so there's no real counterplay to that.
You know what? If you're a Benedetta, you should avoid these sensory overload moments when there's a lot of things happening in your area. Most likely, you would want to have a 1v1 so that the eye for an eye, you can time it perfectly. But when there's a lot of things happening, there's this thing that goes into your mind. Should I use it right now or should I save it for later?
Exactly, you know? Again, as you mentioned, sensory overload. This game has a lot of ultimates that kind of just cover your screen as well. So all of these things layering one on top of the other, once you max it out at 0.9 seconds, it's long, but it's not that long.
That is true. That is true. Right now, Burmese Ghouls, it will be, you know, it's going to be time for them to knock on the doors here of the base of Unique Devo in just a bit. But I think for them, it's going to be the Lord, that first Lord, that's going to be their main priority right now. As of this moment, Burmese Ghouls, will they just go for this, and will they fight Unique Devo if they go near the area?
I don't think so. They have just engineered the waves perfectly here. They are pushing at the same time. It's just giving a lot of information, because if Unique walk out of their base, the minions will spot them. They will have that information that they're making that move now. So Unique can't really do too much. They just clear the waves, let the Lord go on through. But Burmese Ghouls happy with their position, so happy.
And Kid there, getting hit by defended airstrike a bit, it won't really matter, as it is the keep away game that Kid is doing. Like, do not stick, do not go near the enemies, just try to control them from afar, and try to see if Lil is controlling anyone on my team with the Hurricane Dance. So right now, Lapu Lapu D doesn't have any deaths on his belt.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. It can happen later.
It could potentially happen.
It could potentially happen. But right now, looking at it, he is going to dive, and he's going to try to take down people here on the side of Unique Devo.
Oh, Defender, he gets chunked out pretty heavily here, but now it's going to be the rest of the team. Lil, he's looking for the angle, but he's brought down to about half his HP. One shot gets absolutely destroyed by Lancelot, and the rest of the team is just going to walk and end this game absolutely clean and perfect. Burmese Ghouls have an even more convincing game 2. Congratulations for that 2-0.
Burmese Ghouls 2-0. And BG here proving that they are still the team to beat for the side of Group A.
Yeah, these are some crazy moments here, and BG just finding their stride in that game, and Unique just realizing, man, that side lane Harith just absolutely demolished our show, and they just kept punishing him